It's time for week 6 of the Ball Joey Pokemon Draft League, and this week I'm playing one of my longest time subscribers and good friends, Fantos. And Fantos is one of the scariest teams out there. A Megalade, a Tapu Bulu, a Nidoqueen, a Heatran, a Jolteon, a Primarina. Notice how I've named no bad Pokemon. Defensively, he also has Mandibuzz and a type Null that can pivot on most of my moves. His 2 Z captains are Regice, which is really good into my team with its Bolt Beam fighting coverage, and Alolan Executor, which can also be crazy. And then his 1-point Pokemon that I think is just for fun is Duskull, which would low-key wall my Buffalon. So this week we're using a different style of team. I decided that I'd bring dual screens with Uxie to set up the light screen and reflect, also giving me Stealth Rock and Memento for the squad. I'm faster than Nidoqueen, and I can Memento on Pokemon like Mandibuzz. My Life Orb Tapu Fini is crazy here, because Moonblast from Surf has incredible coverage, and when you combine that with Hidden Power Poison and the Life Orb boost, I can knock out a Tapu Bulu after a Calm Mind. I'm EV to be faster than Nidoqueen, and I can tank hits from even Pokemon like Megalade easily because Tapu Fini is bulky. With my Sap Sipper plus Chopple Berry, Buffalon can completely shut down Tapu Bulu, and I also can take a hit from Megalade if needed. This is a Swords Dance set with Rock Slide to 2 KO Mandibuzz, because with Reflect Up, I'm not dying to foul play. I have Frustration as my main stab and Earthquake to hit Pokemon like Nidoqueen and Heatran. But Heatran and Nidoqueen can still be threats, which is why I wanted an Assault Vest Tornadus Therian to knock off their items, threaten them with Hidden Power Ground as well as Jolteon, Hurricane Pokemon like Megalade, and U-turn out. Into my next sweeper, Swords Dance Shukaberry Drapion, with Aqua Tail to hit Heatran regardless of the grassy terrain, as well as Nidoqueen, Poison Jab for Tapu Bulu, and Knock Off just to get rid of items, as it's a strong move into type Null. My last Pokemon is my Z Captain, Nasty Plot COFAGRIGUS, with Electrum Z Shockwave. At +2, I can knock out Mandibuzz and Primarina. I also have Shadow Ball as my main stab, and then Trick Room, which can also help out my Buffalon. So that's my squad for week 6. Big shout out to Cody for all the help this week, as well as Splash Plate for the awesome editing. Let's jump right into it. All right, week 6 versus my boy Fantos. Longtime subscriber, longtime friend, honestly. One of the first subscribers I believe I ever met IRL. He's from Germany. Yeah, let me just give you his whole backstory. Anything else y'all want to know? As a social security number. So I went more offensive this time, as you guys saw from the intro. We had actually originally started with a different build, but ended up going with this, which I think would be a lot of fun. And yeah, basically want to get up hazards as quickly as I can. Calm Mind Fini goes stupid. The Regice is the Z captain, so I want to be careful around that. There's no Eggy, which is cool. And Nasty Plot Coffin is, if I can weaken this guy and this guy, my Nasty Plot Coffin goes stupid. So let's start it off, and let's see how it goes. All right, Uxie lead into Mandibuzz. I assume I get knocked immediately. They could Toxic me too. I want to go U as a U-turn. This has no switch-ins for their team, so I'm okay with that. If it's U-turn, then it might Shofu. It might not be able to touch my squad in general. Again, Regice is probably the biggest threat, as it is that Z captain. Reggie, bang! Is it boom? Will U-turn here relatively safely. Regice does not learn Calm Mind. As far as I know, Regice does not learn Calm Mind. So I can bring out you as I go right for Ice Beam. Do 20% on leftovers Regice. That's fine. Could get my rocks. Goes for another Ice Beam. That's fine too. I think I light screen. And go right for Memento. I think I just go hard Tapu Fini. It's leftover, so I know I can knock it. So there's no Z Captain here. Yeah, I think I go hard Tapu Fini, because even if they defog, they actually struggle to KO Calm Mind Tapu Fini from this. Yeah, Mandibuzz comes out. Gonna Calm Mind up. Maybe it's Rocky Helmet, I don't know. But under a light screen, Mandibuzz, Trippy is extremely strong here. I've Hidden Power Poison for Buffalon, for Tapu Bulu, but they don't have it. Nice. You get a beautiful. Galade's gonna come out. If Leaf Blade KOs me, F him, man. But if this thing goes down, look how good my my Buffalon is. So I'd rather just Moonblast. Me being Life Orb means this should be a kill. I should live Poison Jab. I'm a Tapu Fini. I have 266 defense, right? I feel like there's no way I die to anything. Sorry, I went AFK for a second. Anyway, Galay comes out, goes for Zen. Does it flinch me? Does not flinch me. Life Orb Moonblast is going to be able to KO the biggest threat to the team, in my opinion. And now we just start going for big damage on everything, right? Like, Fini is just so good. Regice comes out. It could Psy up, but I don't think that matters too much. I'm just going to go for Moonblast. I wonder how much this even does. Tapu Fini. Regice. I learned nothing about, like... Maybe at 2 shots? +1 on the light screen as well. No way they KO me back. How Spadef are you, homie? Let's find out. Anyway, go for Moonblast here. Looking good. 29. That is super Spadef. Good to know. Okay. I'll bring out you on the attack and go for Swords Dance. I have the Shuka Berry, so I should be okay. They can't kill me. That did 19. I have Aqua Tail as well. Basically, if I get rid of Mana Buzz, then I fear nothing with Buffalon either. You know, sometimes I like to switch it up and run dual screens. I had like I said, I have a different build with Cody, but we were talking about like Bandit, Buffalon, Calm Mind, Tapu Fini, Torn with like Taunt and stuff like that. But it felt not as safe. I love the Pico name. Drapion +2. I mean, knock into knock will KO anyway, right? So why predict, in my opinion? Why predict, in my opinion? I did 65 at +2, which means they're super defensive. They're max HP, maybe some bold nature. This should still kill. I mean, I knew it killed, but I was just scared. Okay, so we get rid of Nidoqueen. Amazing. Heatran cannot kill me with Earth Power. Mandibuzz can foul play, but I mean, like, I've gotten rid of every threat. Except for Primarina. But, I mean, this... They might not have been able to touch me with Nidoqueen either. Or they're going for like an endgame Choice Scarf Heatran, which is pretty good into my team, I will admit. They have all my mons pretty weakened, so we'll see. Alright, MBZ comes out. Is it Scarf MBZ? It does go for Overheat. It is Scarf MBZ. Nice. We're going to bring out my Coffin now. I think I Trick Room up. On Primarina. Surely I live every hit. My god, that's Mon's so strong. Still gonna Acid Blood up. Because my bull comes in after. Oof! We do reveal the Gigavolt Havoc now, which would kill every Mon. So this will KO Specs Primarina. Yeah, Gigavolt Havoc KOs Primarina. Beautiful. I don't have to worry about that demon. Scarf Heatran is checked very well by Torn. Do I KO Regice with Stealth Rock? I feel like I do. It's max Spadef Regice though, right? Like, homie took... I mean, even if I don't, it's not like I can switch, so... It's literally not like I can switch. I'm still worried about Mana Buzz though, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this doesn't KO. Life Orb Moonblast at 29, so it's literally max Spadef. How fast are you on Mana Buzz is also the thing. Yeah, I failed to miss out the KO, they get a rest off, which is interesting considering I have Tapu Fini. I respect it though. Gonna get up a reflect here. Demon comes out. Memento to stop it from doing anything if it wants to try and defog or anything. Do I have to go for Memento? Yeah, because then we get a huge hit off here. I'm going to Calm Mind. Because I get a strong hit off here. This Mana Buzz might put me down. Okay. So he has the up. We live Ice Beam. We live Foul Play. We might be faster than Mana Buzz too. We always SD. Mana Buzz comes. Shofu. Are you faster than max speed? Oh, I get a nasty crit there. That's game then. Sorry, fam. But I live Foul Play into Scarf Heat. Like literally. I do. Because light screen stays up. Heatran. Overheat. The boof. Yeah, that did nothing. 36 max if your mod is. Yeah, and I live Foul Play from there. Unless. And we KO them with frustration. GG. Crazy game. Crazy game. Because you see that did 55, right? Foul Play to... From Mandabuzz. Foul Play +2. Maybe it could have been close. Shoot. I'd reflect up, though. Yeah, that's close. 47.55. So, like, I should live it, but if I was in range of Overheat, I would have swapped out into Tornadus anyway. Because then it should be a guarantee win by knocking into, like, going for my attacks from there. But that was a good game. Anyway. Shout out to Rock Slide for legit critting there. Crazy. But I had max AV Tornadus. I don't know how much knockoff did to Spadef Reggie at the HP it was at. How much was Reggie was at 14. Bro, Reggie was at 14. Reggie was at 14. Do you live this knock? You actually do live knock. I would literally have to land a Hurricane on max Spadef Reggie. Yeah, I would have to land. It would come down to Hurricane. Okay, if my calc was wrong, it would literally come down to Hurricane. Anyway, because like I said, I live Foul Play into Fire Blast, and I live Foul Play into... That did 33. I might as well find out. I'm sure I can ask him after. Which I will. Let's see. Fire Blast did 33. Oh, dude. Yeah, it was timid. Because you can never... Well, I guess you could have been modest too. But if it was timid, max, and Overheat never killed. I mean, Overheat never killed anyway through it. And then modest... I don't know. Yeah. Either way. Thank you for watching. Great game. I'll see you on every Mon. Every Mon put in work in this game. And Torn was there just for support. I should have just knocked off Regice. I think that would have made the game a little bit easier. I was just scared about it being Z, but Spadef makes sense. I'm surprised you brought Rest Talk into me. I should have just went hard Feeny too, but I'm really surprised you brought Rest Talk into me, considering I had the Tapu Fini there. But I'll see y'all in the next one, guys. We continue our undefeated streak, and 6-0. Peace.